You know those people at work, right? The ones who just seem to get it? They land the best projects, climb the ladder, and are always in the middle of the most important conversations. Well, I'll let you in on a little secret. It's not always about what they know. It's about how they communicate. And that's exactly what we're going to break down today.
So, you think your technical skills are your ticket to the top? Well, get this. A really important study by the Carnegie Foundation found something that should make all of us stop and think. A whopping 85% of your professional and financial success comes down to your communication and people skills. Only 15% is from your technical know-how. That number is staggering, and it should totally change how you think about your career.
Which, of course, leads to a pretty critical question for anyone who's serious about their career. Are you actually focusing on the right skills? Because if 85% of the game is about communication, you better have a game plan. Okay, so let's get into that game plan. We're going to build what the author Leil Lowndes calls a pyramid of influence. We'll start at the bottom with the absolute basics, the nonverbal stuff, and work our way all the way to the top, to high-level strategy.
So here we are at the foundation of our pyramid, and it's all about what happens before you even say a single word. You know, in those first few seconds of meeting someone, they've already made up their minds about you based entirely on what they see, not what they hear.
Let's start with something simple, your smile. A quick, knee-jerk smile can come across as fake, but the flooding smile, that's different. Here's how it works. You pause for just a second, you look at the person's face, and then you let a big, warm smile spread across your face. It feels so much more genuine, and trust me, it makes a huge difference in that first impression. Next up is a technique called sticky eyes. Instead of looking away the second someone stops talking, you hold their gaze for just a beat longer. You pretend your eyes are connected to theirs with warm taffy, and you break away slowly, almost like you don't want to. It's a subtle change, but it communicates massive respect, interest, and a ton of confidence.
And finally, let's talk about posture, which the book calls your biggest success barometer. There's this wild visualization technique. Every time you walk through a doorway, imagine you're biting down on a leather strap hanging from the frame. I know, it sounds weird, but that mental image instantly pulls your head up, squares your shoulders, and gets you into perfect alignment. You look like a winner before you've even said hello.
All right, we're moving up the pyramid. You've nailed the nonverbal impression. Now it's time to actually talk. This whole section is about what to say after you've said hi. So, someone asked the classic question, what do you do? A key rule here is never the naked job. Don't just give your title. I'm a project manager. That's a conversation killer. Instead, frame what you do in terms of the benefit you provide. I help teams turn great ideas into reality. See the difference? One is a label, the other is an invitation to a real conversation. Now, to keep that conversation going, there are a few other keys. First, match their mood. If they're quiet and serious, you start there too. Second, keep it positive. Nobody likes a downer. And finally, bring some passion. It's incredible, but research shows that about 80% of the impression you make comes from how you say things, not the actual words you use. And here we are, at the very top of our pyramid. This is where we go from just having a nice chat to really thinking strategically about building influence and credibility. This is the advanced stuff. Okay, so you're going to a networking event and it's full of, I don't know, software engineers. Instead of just standing there, do a little homework. Find out what agile methodology is. Learn one or two key questions about it. This little bit of insider language, this gobbledygook, lets you ask an intelligent question that makes you sound like you belong. It's a shortcut to instant credibility. This brings us to what might be the golden rule of influence. Always, always remember that every single person you talk to is listening to one radio station and one radio station only. It's called WIIFM. What's in it for me? So, if you want to persuade anyone of anything, you have to frame it in terms of their benefit, their needs, not yours. So, let's bring it all together. All these techniques, the smile, the eye contact, the conversation starters, they're all tools, but they're powered by one single incredibly powerful philosophy. This is the mindset that makes all of it work. The book really boils everything down to this one idea. The true masters of influence, the people everyone wants to be around, they don't walk into a room looking to be the center of attention. They walk in and make other people the center of their attention. It's a complete mindset shift from look at me to I see you. And really, that's the ultimate question, isn't it? Every single technique we've talked about today is just a tool to help you become that second type of person, the one who makes others feel seen, heard, and important. So the next time you walk into a meeting or a party or any room at all,
Just ask yourself, which one am I going to be?